hello, boys and girls, and welcome to Christmasful. It's so good to see you. I'm Sunny the Elf, and look who's joining me today. It's Santa Claus. Hi, Santa.
Oh, hi there, Sonny.
Hi there. So good to see you, Santa, as it is every time we do an episode of Christmasful. And boys and girls, I just want to remind you all before we get into today's show, how you can find out more about Christmasful, how you can make sure you never miss another episode of Christmasful. And the way to do that is through our notifications. Okay, and now this is kind of a note for mom and dad, so you may want to pass the word along, but you can watch Christmasful live on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter, and you can see on your screen here, there's a couple of screenshots, and you can click little reminder buttons, or you can subscribe to our show on YouTube, and that way if you miss an episode, you can go back and you can watch it anytime you want. And we also have our podcast, which we love doing with Santa and I. It's called Millennial Santa. We've been doing this for a few years now. We're in season 3. And boys and girls, this is a great way to get your questions answered from Santa. Santa, why don't you tell them a little bit more about our show?
Oh, Millennial Santa started about 3 years ago when a young man, Urban, called up the North Pole. We didn't think that was possible, but he did it. And when he got up there, he had a couple questions for us, and I answered them, and we started the podcast at that point. And it's been a lot of fun. We've done over 120 episodes, I believe.
Yeah.
And a lot of children have called us, asked me different questions, and I've answered them to the best of my abilities. And we've all had a lot of fun. So if you have a question, please, get a hold of Millennial Santa or Christmasful.com.
Yeah, that's a great place. If you go to Christmasful.com, we have all of our podcast episodes up there, but you can also subscribe to the show in Apple Podcasts and Spotify. And we do have new episodes coming out every day through Christmas. So that's how we got to like 120 plus, right, Santa? We're just pushing them out.
That's right. A lot of questions out there.
There are a lot of questions. Okay, well, Santa, let's kick things off with our countdown to Christmas.
Tick tock, it's time to count down to Christmas.
Okay, Santa, 5 days. Now, this is till Christmas Day. I know, we're super busy here at the North Pole. Like, I feel like it's throughout December, even, throughout the whole year. But you really have 4 days until you take flight.
That's right. Christmas Eve. And that's Christmas Eve on the international date line. And we take flight and we start out there. So, and that's a little different than what it is. And I think some of our guests are in North America.
Yep.
So it's a little bit different time. It's actually a day ahead.
Okay.
So
a little bit of math. You got to do a little bit of math when you're Santa Claus, right? You got to figure out
a lot of math. A lot of math.
A lot of math. A lot of science is involved, boys and girls. So you need to make sure you study.
Oh, that's right. There is. And there's a lot of fun too. So
a lot of fun. We do have a lot of fun. Well, Santa, when I think of 5 days, like 5 days till Christmas, I think of the song, what's actually the 12 days of Christmas, but the big number in that song is 5 golden rings, right? And so I think of 5.
That's right.
Every time when we do our countdown here, that's what comes to mind.
Well, a lot of people think that the 12 days of Christmas are the days leading up to Christmas. And actually it's not. It's the days after Christmas, leading up to when the 3 kings visited the Christ child in the manger under the Star of David. And so each day has a special story. It all originated way back in the Renaissance times. And back then, religions were persecuted. So they had to come up with rhymes that didn't sound like they were religious. And each one of them stands for each day stands for something special within the Christian beliefs. And all about Christ, and it's really interesting. We should do a show on that sometime. But
yeah, that's
yes, it's very interesting. So I enjoy the song myself, and the song sticks in my head too.
Especially the 5 golden rings, right? We like
Yeah,
the
the
five
five.
golden
Yeah,
rings.
well, yeah.
All right, Santa. Well, let's tell everyone what's coming up on today's show of Christmasful. We have Santa mail, so you guys are welcome to send Santa your questions. And if you send it through Christmasful.com, we can include it in our Santa mail. You guys got to have some great questions today. We're going to answer, and then we have some awesome elf shots. So some of you have elf on the shelf, right, at your home. You have little scout elves that are watching every little move you make. And I think there's a song about that, every move you make. Anyway, we were able to get some great
Oh,
pictures of your elves doing really funny things, and you still have time to send in your pictures. If your scout elves are doing some crazy stuff, we will show it off with Elf Cam. So that's coming up. We have a meet and greet. We have 3 families joining us today, which might be a record for us. So we'll bring each of those families on in just a little bit. Holiday treats. We are making a fun, festive holiday treat. It's actually a how much do I want to give away here? It has to do with Christmas trees. That's all I'm going to say, and it's
no,
super
no, don't
sugary.
give more away. Don't give any more away.
Yeah,
It's
parents should know
just
it's
all you
super
got to give
sugary.
away is it's trees, and sugar.
There you go. Yeah, that'll bring them from miles around for sure.
That'll bring them. That'll bring
And
them.
then Urbie the Elf is joining us for story time. He's got a great book, and the book that he's showing off, Santa, is really cool because it's not just a book that you would just read with just pages, but there's things stuffed in the pages and there's games built into the book. And Urbie does a really good job of showing this off. So I'm real excited for you guys to learn more about that book. So that is our lineup for today. And we're going to kick things off here with some Santa mail.
We love to hear from you. Let's open Santa mail.
Okay, so Santa mail. Are you ready, Santa? We've got a few questions. And
Okay.
this is actually a good time, boys and girls. We like to remind you that these questions were sent in earlier, but throughout today's show, if you have questions for Santa or you just want to comment along with us, we love that. We have a section right here up on our screen here where we can pull your comments into the show. So if you want to say hi, if you want to tell us where you're from, all that good stuff, we'll make some time in today's show to go and check out the comments. But these were questions that were sent in advance. All right, Santa, first question comes from Emily. Emily asks, how did the reindeer get their names, Santa?
Emily, that is a very good question. Most people don't realize this, but once the reindeer are born, the little baby reindeer, we don't name them. We do not usually name the reindeer until something special happens that we can associate with the name. And they're usually little ones when they're doing this. It's like Dasher. We'll start out with Dasher. Now, Dasher, when he was just a little guy, he was all over the place. He would run around, and it was hot. It was hard for his mom to keep track of him. I mean, she was always complaining about that. And then Dancer, one of the things I liked about Dancer is that you know, he does little dances around. He does, he's out there dancing around and does little dancers, and so we called him Dancer. Now Prancer, she's special. She always walks with her head up high, and she brings her hoofs high, and she kind of prances along, and so Mom and Dad called her Prancer. And the elves, we all get in on the calling of names. Now Vixen, that was a funny one. She
Oh
was
boy.
born big eyebrows and eyelashes, and she was just the prettiest little thing you ever saw. And so we called her Vixen. Now Comet, that was a different one. It wasn't for his talents, but Comet was born under a big comet that flew through the sky on the day of his birth. So he was actually named right when he was born because it was this huge comet, long tail on it. It was
Mm.
something to see. So that's the reason we did Cupid. Now Cupid, we got a thing with Cupid. Cupid and Vixen. Cupid really likes Vixen. And I mean, from the very get go, Cupid was always one of these, he'd flash his eyelashes back and forth. And, he just liked Vixen. I mean, I'm sorry, but that was a match made in heaven, reindeer heaven. And then we have Donder and Blitzen. Now, Donder didn't get named until he was probably, a year old or so. And he was loud. When he has big hooves and he's got powerful legs, and he would put his hooves down and crash them to the ground, and it was like thunder. And that's how he got his name as Donder. And Blitzen the same way. She came around as a late bloomer, but boy, I'll tell you what, she would rear up and she was like lightning. She'd rear up and take off. I mean, she was actually faster than Dasher, but Dasher just always ran. But, Blitzen always had to have something to run to. But boy, when she did, she was like lightning. And that's to get off. Now, Rudolph, that was a different one. Rudolph, he was probably 6 months old and little pup running around. His red nose really wasn't shining that much then. And but he was out running around. He'd get away from mom and dad and under their protection. And it was out grazing North Slopes after Christmas. And the wolves were out. And this big wolf started stalking Rudolph. And the parents were getting worried, but Rudolph just stood right up to it. Just stood right up to that wolf. Of course, mom and dad were right behind him, and they had their hooves up, and they were ready to get that wolf. And but after that, that's how Rudolph got his name. Now you ask, why that way? Why Rudolph? Well, Rudolph means he's a wolf, a glory wolf, or a wolf chaser, or what's another word? It's a German word, and it's a Nordic German word, and that's what means Rudolph. And it has wolf. It's about wolf. So that's the reason they named him Rudolph. And then later, Rudolph, we discovered his red nose, and that was more when he was 2 or 3 years old. He was starting to get a little bit bigger, and I told the story before, but it's all about bioluminescence. That's a whole story and a lecture on its own. So that's how the reindeer get their name. And even the other ones, we got some other reindeer. These are not my only reindeer, and I have some other ones. And let me see here. I got my names down here of a few of them. I got Racer and Pacer, Fearless and Peerless. I got Ready and Steady, and Freckles and Speckles. And of course, everybody that watches anything on TV knows all about Chet. If you can remember the story on how Chet was out there to save Christmas. And but we don't want to forget Chet. He's a goofy guy. He's the goofiest reindeer I got. But anyway, he's out there. So that's the story on reindeer, and I'm sticking to it.
That's right. And I think we've done a podcast episode recently. If you guys want to learn more about that nose of Rudolph's and why it glows and is it hot, we've done some episodes recently. The kids are very curious about Rudolph.
It's in my podcast.
Yeah.
It's in my podcast.
You guys got to check that one out. All right. Great question. Yeah, lots of information. That's great. All right, next question comes from Jackson. Jackson wants to know, are kids allowed at the North Pole, Santa? What do you say?
Sorry, Jackson, but at this time we are not taking visitors at the North Pole. We're usually pretty busy, and I think I discussed this, I think it was on our last session, that we keep the North Pole very, very secret. And we don't like to have people up here, and we're thinking very seriously of having a visitor center North Pole. It'll be part of the North Pole, but it'll be for visitors to come see, and it'll be in a different location as the North Pole. So you look around, keep your eyes open, and you may see something about the North Pole and that you can go visit.
That'll be fun. Yeah, I know a lot of the elves would like to see the kids below the Arctic Circle a little bit more. So I'm sure we'll get a lot of volunteers to help out at the visitor center for sure. All right, our
Oh,
last
yeah.
question.
Always get those.
I love this one, Santa. It has nothing to do with Christmas, and I love Alice for asking it. Alice wants to know, Santa, what's your favorite cereal?
Alice, this is going to be really boring. I apologize beforehand. But my favorite cereal is oatmeal. I know everybody's going to go, but
Is
oatmeal,
that
I
really a
like
cereal?
oatmeal.
I guess that is a
Yes,
cereal.
it is. It's a cereal. It's made from oats. I put honey on it. I put a little molasses on it sometimes. And if I can
Molasses.
get a hold of some fruits like blueberry or cranberries or raisins, I like to put those on it. But it's nice and warm. It warms my tummy. And a warm tummy is a happy beard. Ho, ho,
And a
ho.
happy Santa.
And a happy
and then,
Santa, too, yeah.
and then Santa, if you don't finish it, can't you give some to the reindeer? They like the oats, right?
Oh, yes, they like oats. So do some of the elves, too.
Yeah.
Some of the old traditional elves, you know.
Well,
I
Santa,
understand some of the new ones like some of these fancy cereals.
that's right. I am one of those fancy elves, boys and girls. And after
Fancy elves.
Alice,
There we
that's
go.
right. I'm fancy. And when Alice asked this question, let's see if I can get this in the shot here. Okay. See, this is my favorite cereal. It's from Kellogg's. Not to promote Kellogg's, but I guess I kind of am. This is Elf on
You
the
are.
Shelf cereal. I know, but it's my favorite.
No way.
Okay,
They're making cereal.
check this out.
That-
Check this out. It's vanilla candy cane cookie with marshmallows.
My
Doesn't that sound
goodness.
amazing?
Do they look like little elves?
No.
Are they
no.
like little elves?
No, they look like little stars. These are like little stars. Can you
Oh,
see?
little stars? Well, that's not
There you
bad.
go.
I'd hate to eat a little elf. But
I'd
little
hate for you to eat
stars,
any
huh?
elves too. That would be
My
bad.
goodness.
Yeah,
That wouldn't
it's
be.
so
It wouldn't
yummy.
be.
And then I think I already said this, but like the marshmallows, they're really tiny in here. They're like red and white swirled, and they
Oh.
taste like candy canes, like candy cane marshmallows.
Well, that can't be
cool
all
is that?
bad then.
Well, there's a
That
lot of
might be
sugar.
something worth trying with you. I may have to come down to the studio and try a bowl with you some morning.
Well, if we do that before we do Christmasful, we'll be bouncing off the walls, Santa. We'll be all over the place.
Oh, is that right?
I'm not sure if that's a bad thing. You guys will get a really energetic and enthusiastic Santa and Sunny the Elf that day. Not like we normally are anyway, but all right. Well, that is a great question.
Not
Thank you.
enthusiastic?
No, like overly enthusiastic, like
Overly
crazy, like-
enthusiastic. Okay. All right.
overly.
All right.
Well, Alice, thank you for
Overly.
that question. That was an awesome question about cereal. Boys and girls, if you have a question for Santa that you want to send in to us for Santa mail, again, you can go to our website, which is christmasful.com. And then there is a link at the top of our website that says Santa mail. If you click that link, there's a form that will pop up. And that is the way that you can send Santa your questions. You can send us your pictures. We'll include pictures, or if you drew a picture for Santa, whatever you want to do, whatever you want to send us. And there's a little button too that you can let us know if you want us to share it on the show. Is it just for Santa, just so Santa sees it, or would you like us to share it on the show? So you
know, I think
options.
I can hear our guests in the green room, and they sound like they're getting anxious.
Well, they're almost up. We've got one more thing that I wanted to share before we visit with our guests today, and that is one of my favorite new segments. It's called Elf Cam. And
Oh,
boys
yeah,
and girls,
yeah.
Yep. We know that your scout elves are very mischievous, as Santa likes to say, and they are all over the house, right? They're doing all sorts of stuff. And so we created this segment because we want you guys to send in your elf pictures. And again, we're calling this Elf Cam. I need like some special, I think, Elf Cam music. I'll have to
Yeah,
come
need
with,
some
come
music
up
for
with
that, too.
That's right. Well, let's quickly go through these, Santa, because they're hysterical. And I definitely want to give our scout elves some props because they get more and more crazy / funny every year. Okay, so here's one that I loved. Apparently, this scout elf is hanging out in the bathroom.
Oh, my goodness gracious. Well,
can make a lot of
sleeping
things
on the
hammocks.
job,
That's
you know.
He's
I'll
reading.
talk to that one.
Do you see what he's
That's
reading? It says Elf News. Apparently, he's getting all caught up
Elf News. Oh my
on the news.
goodness.
Yeah. Super cute, guys. All right, next one. Oh no! I guess if you have 2 scout elves, right? They like to
Oh,
keep each other up.
competition. Yep.
That's right. That's right.
Yep.
Gets a
Just
little
like
bit
brother and
crazy.
sister.
That's true.
Yep. I've seen that happen.
In fact, there are scout elves that are brothers and sisters that are sent to the same home. I wonder if that is the case with this one, Santa. Interesting. I'm not sure.
We usually don't try to do that because of the sibling rivalry.
Oh, yes. This is because this is what happens.
Yep.
That's what happens.
Sibling rivalries. Yep, that happens. I've heard about
elves. It. Yeah, happens with humans, happens with elves, happens to the best of us. All right, I like this one. So I don't think that scout elf should be left in the fridge for a long period of time.
Oh my goodness. Man, you're going to catch cold. What is that he's in there with?
Well,
eggs?
He's got those are eggs. And then he has this marker, and apparently he drew faces all over the eggs.
Oh, is that right? Oh my goodness gracious.
Very creative.
So that's how he got in the refrigerator. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I wonder.
Playing with the eggs again.
He must have, opened up the door. I don't know. Sometimes those doors are pretty heavy. I'm not sure.
I have no idea why these elves do half the things they do.
Well, this
now what's going on here?
Okay, so this little elf grabs some Q-tips, right? Some, like the things you clean your ears out with. And I don't know if it's a he or a she. I think it's a he. Created a snowflake out of him. Can you see that, like on the table? It's
I see. Yeah, I see. It's on a countertop. That's it. That is cute.
Yeah.
It's good.
Yeah.
Uses some of his artistic abilities.
Yes, absolutely.
That is really good.
Well, this next one's really funny.
That's not
especially
a bad.
If you have like little candies left around your house, like Tootsie Rolls or Jolly Ranchers, you never know what your scout elf is going to do. Like this scout elf right here. He made
doing a little climbing. Climbing wall with Tootsie Rolls. Is that Tootsie Rolls? Looks like it.
It's so cute.
That is so inventive. I wonder who made the climbing wall for him. My goodness. That's another question. Yeah.
Well, either the kids did it or the elf did it himself, right?
No, it's you gotta have some. There's some children involved here. Trust me, I know there's some children involved here.
It's quite possible.
On this one.
All right. Well, we definitely want to see your pictures, guys. So again, you could still go to Santa Mail on our website. Remember how I told you guys that earlier? You can go to our website. You can send us any kind of mail that way. But sometimes it's more helpful if mom and dad take a picture. They can email it straight from their phone. So we also give you this email address. And you can send it straight to santa@christmasful.com. You never know what you're going to get. Every year, I feel like the scout elves get crazier and crazier. Right, Santa?
They do. I hear all kinds of stories.
Well, we're about to hear a lot from our guests. It is now time for our meet and greet.
Got a question? Take a seat. Santa's here to meet and greet.
All right, Santa. So we have 3 different families joining us today, which I think might be a record. So what we're going to do, just make sure everybody has enough time with you and there's individual time so you can really concentrate on each family, is we're going to bring each family in separately, okay? And because they were first to hop on and be in our green room before today's show, we're going to bring in Kenley and Hadley. So there they are. Hi, Kenley and Hadley.
Hi, Kenley. Hi, Hadley. How are you today? Wow, look, I can see in your backyard. You have a beautiful trees behind your house. All those Christmas trees back there. Wow.
I have a Christmas tree and I have this too.
Wow, and a tooth, huh? Yeah. You got a tooth. All righty. Very good. Yeah.
I asked Kelly have a peanut and her said yes. And I said, and her with a knife.
You want a knife?
Nice.
Is that?
Nice.
Oh, nice. You've been nice. Okay. Very good. Well, I'm glad. I know you're nice because we check everybody before they come on the show just to make sure. And Kenley and Hadley are both on my nice list. So, do you have your Christmas tree up yet? You do? Did you help decorate it? Good, good, good. All right. So did you
just did our decoration. Both of us did our decoration together.
Okay, Hadley, did you want to ask me a question? Did you want to ask me a question? No? You are so cute. You know that? Has anybody ever told you you're so cute? Now, Kenley, do you have a question for me?
So Harry and me just hang up our bell and my bell is in my room and it had it at our school. It was for
All right, all right. Okay, very good. Yes. All right. So is have you been helping your mommy and daddy around the house?
That I were making sure and us were going to move our boxes at their room and then us going to move the baby puppies over to a living room.
Oh, you got baby puppies. Oh, good. Are you helping with the baby puppies? Yeah, well, good.
Clean up their mess.
That's important. Yes, it helps mommy out a lot. Yeah,
Her
good.
needs
That's really good.
Her has a lot of work to do for her puppies.
Oh yeah, puppies are a lot of work. They are. Yes. It's like reindeer.
Two black puppies.
How many puppies? How many puppies?
White puppies. There is
5 puppies.
white, black.
Oh, white, and black. That's interesting. Yeah.
3 white and 2 black.
3 white and 2 black. Okay.
They're so
Well,
cute.
good. They are cute. I know. Puppies are cute. They're just like babies. Babies are cute too.
Santa,
Yes.
I have a yo-yo and please I have a yo-yo and please I have I know I don't have a song and Daddy don't let me have a song and a ballerina jewelry.
Well, you know, you may be a little too young for a phone.
It can
You know?
be
Yeah, and then if you need to have a phone, you could probably use Daddy.
And then I have a necklace onto it.
Okay.
But I think we can get you that yo-yo.
Or a yo-yo.
A yo-yo?
Pink.
Yeah. See, if you get a phone, you got to be able to pay the phone bill.
Yeah.
Yeah, nothing's free nowadays. And if I gave you a phone, then your daddy would get mad at me because he'd have to pay the phone bill.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I don't want daddy or mommy mad at me, okay?
Kathy, was there something that you want to ask Santa? Was there something you want to ask Santa?
Adley, do you have anything you wanted to ask for Christmas?
What did you want for Christmas?
A jewelry box and a tongue and a And a yo-yo.
A yo-yo. You like yo-yos too, huh? I've
And
made yo-yos for years.
a tongue. Open
Yeah.
the necklace, and then a key, and then
A little necklace.
and then it's a royalty. Then it will
All righty.
to me. I want
Very
to
good.
my tongue,
Yeah.
and I
Now,
want
I want you both to make sure that you're in bed asleep on Christmas Eve, okay?
Yeah.
All right. I want to wish you a Merry Christmas. Oh, oh,
Hey,
oh.
come
It's
into
not
my house.
Christmas, What do you do?
Hey,
What do you
Kenley and Hadley, why don't you look into the camera and then I'm going to take a picture so you have a picture with Santa Claus, okay? Can you guys do that for me? Look in the camera and smile. Okay, everybody smile. 1, 2, 3. Good job. All right, girls. Thank you so much for being with us today. Merry Christmas.
You. Merry Christmas.
Bye-bye. Merry Christmas.
Bye, girls. Super cute. Okay. All right. Up next, let's see. We've got Cruz, Marita, and Baby
Oh.
Lola. There we go. Hi, guys.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi
Oh,
there. How are you?
there's Baby Lola.
Wow. And it says you have a big banner behind you that says Merry Christmas. So, all right. And there's baby Lola. Hi, Lola. She's got a cute hat on.
Yes. My glass.
Oh, my goodness. Are you drinking hot cocoa?
I'm done. I'm done.
Oh, he's
You're
done.
done? Okay. That's good to know. Oh, you got cookies there too? Wow.
Fine.
I got to talk to Mrs. Claus about getting me some cookies. That'd be nice. I
Popcorn.
like popcorn. Oh, I like popcorn too. Yeah. So do you have your Christmas tree up?
Cruz, do you have a Christmas tree up?
Yeah.
Did you help decorate it, Cruz?
Yeah.
Very good. Very, very good. Did you have anything you wanted to ask me? No? Like what maybe you wanted for Christmas? What?
Ask him.
I want to try to know stuff.
Oh, she's asking.
Go for it, Meredith.
I want to try to know stuff.
A toy turtle stuffy.
Oh, okay. I've seen those up here. Yes. Elves make those. They do a good job. And how about you, Cruz? What do you want for Christmas?
Hold on, we can say it together. Let's see if you got it. Ready? Can you say it? 1, 2, 3. Police car.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Wow, very good. Yes, we always have to respect our policemen, don't we? Yeah. All righty, very good. Are you having fun today?
Yeah.
You are good. Is it nice and warm where you're at? It's cold here. It's really cold. That's the reason I'm wearing my heavy jacket. It's so cold.
Do you have questions about how the toys are made, or
How do toys are made?
How the toys are made?
Yeah.
We have a lot of factories, and the elves work in the factories and they make toys. They make a lot of our toys, like yo-yos and stuffed animals and train sets and little cars and stuff. And they make a lot of baby toys too. Some of your rattles and stuff for the babies. We make those too.
what do you think Lola?
So it's all the elves. The elves do all the work. I don't do any of the work hardly. I supervise. I'm In fact, Mrs. Claus even does a lot of work. But Mrs. Claus makes the candy canes.
Ask him.
What do you say, Merida?
Baby wants a baby rabbit. That baby wants a.
Can you tell Santa?
Can you tell Santa that?
Can baby Lola have a play rabbit?
Can she have a what?
Can baby Lola have a rabbit?
Toy
Rattle?
rabbit. Yeah.
Oh, yes, sure. I'm sure we could fix that up. You know, I'll talk to mommy and daddy about it.
Yay, you get around.
You know, I just saw Rudolph not long ago, and he was out in the big barn, and he's doing really, really good. He looks forward to Christmas, and it's only 4 days away. We're going to start out on our trip. You know, so you keep your eyes open on Christmas Eve before you go to bed. You may see Rudolph flying through the sky. All you got to do is look up in the sky at the night on Christmas Eve, and if you see a red light, that is probably Rudolph, okay?
Hey. Wow. Do you want
Yeah.
a reindeer or anything for you guys? Like what?
What do reindeers eat?
What do reindeer eat? Oh, they eat reindeer moss and lichen. It's a special mixture that actually gives them the ability to fly. And it's like magic food for the reindeer.
Now we go.
Do you guys have any other questions for Santa?
You have one.
I don't. Do you?
You want to wish them a Merry Christmas?
Yeah.
Well, I want to wish you all a very Merry Christmas. Be good and make sure you're on bed on Christmas Eve. And I think Sonny's going to take a picture of us.
Yeah,
All we got to do is
everybody.
make sure Lola is in the picture. There we go.
There we
There we-
go.
there we go.
Aw.
All right. That's all
Here
right.
we
Mom can be in
go.
the picture too. That's good.
Are you ready? On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Good job, guys. Merry Christmas. Thanks for being with us today.
Merry Christmas to you all. And have a safe and happy New Year.
You as well.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. All right, we have one more family to visit with Santa, and this is Emery and Bailey. Hi, guys.
Oh, okay.
How are
Oh
you?
my goodness. Oh,
Look at those.
look at
I
those
have a pair of
reindeer
glasses
glasses.
like that.
Oh,
Yeah.
Emery, those are so cute. They really are.
Yeah.
And there's Bailey next to you. Bailey's being good, isn't he? And you're both wearing, I noticed that you're both wearing the same kind of vest. Very Christmassy. You know that? You are. So, Emery, do you have any questions for me?
Do you play in the snow a lot?
Does it snow a lot up here? Yes, it snows. It snows and it's dark, and it actually, the wind blows more than it snows. You know, we have a lot of wind up here, and it picks up a lot of the snow up around Alaska and Canada, and I think it blows it all down in the United States. So we don't have a lot of snow, but we have snow, but it gets cold here. It gets minus 40 degrees. It's really, really cold.
She wants to know if you play in it a lot.
Do I play in it? No, but the elves do. And every so often we get into snowball fights. And but I don't play in it so much. I take my sled dogs out for rides in the snow. I got a sled dog team that has 10 sled dogs, and we hitch them all up. And you know what a sled dog is, don't you? You know what a sled dog is? Yeah, they pull a sleigh around, and we go out in the sleigh. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun up there to do that. So and then we have snowball fights every so often. Do you have snow where you are?
No.
No snow? Oh my goodness. That's too bad. Sorry to hear that. You know, there's a lot of places that got a lot of snow. I imagine if you asked them, they'd give you some of it.
What is your favorite Christmas tradition?
What's your favorite Christmas
Tradition.
What, a Christmas candy cane?
What's
Is that
your
what
favorite Christmas tradition?
Oh, what's my favorite Christmas? You know, I think I like the most is sitting around with family and friends and sharing a Christmas and sharing a Christmas dinner. I really like that. I enjoy it. You know, a lot of people I know, they like to go to like midnight service and things like that at church. Well, I'm out working, so I can't go to church. So, you know, I'm out delivering toys. So, but I think my favorite one is having a dinner with all my friends and family and elves.
Fancy.
What's your favorite tradition?
What's your favorite tradition?
I like to play in snow.
You like to play in the snow? But you just told me you didn't have any snow.
We have to drive a little ways down.
Oh, you got to drive to the snow. Well, that's good. That's a good tradition. And it sounds like a lot of fun. It really does.
She wants to show you some glasses.
Oh my goodness. Now, whoa.
So what
Are
are those?
those special?
They make snowmans on their lights from the tree.
Oh, is that what it does? I've seen those. Those are pretty cool. You look into them and you see snowmen everywhere you look, don't you? On a tree and stuff with all the lights. I've seen those are special glasses. Those are fun. Those are a lot of fun.
We have also snowflake ones.
You got snowflake ones too?
Yeah.
All right. Now, do you help your mother with Bailey?
Mhm.
You do? That good. You know, because you're the big sister, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, he looks like he's a handful too. Hi,
Mhm.
Bailey.
Yeah, we're having to bribe her with snacks right now.
Oh, is that right? So, Emery, what would you like for Christmas?
My Barbie doll with a car.
With the car? Wow. I'll have to look and see what we can do, okay? I'll
Okay.
try. All right. It's kind of hard because like everybody wants the car, you know. So I mean, we only make so many of them, so we'll have to check, okay? But I'm sure we'll try to get you one. All right.
Okay.
All right. Can I get a big smile out of you? Now, where's your brother Bailey? I want to get Bailey in here so we can get a picture. So we can get you.
It's her sister.
Oh, Bailey's
Yeah.
a girl.
Yeah.
Oh, Bailey's a girl. Man, you know, I got 50% chance of getting it right, and I get it wrong every time.
Okay. And at this age, they all look the same.
I didn't want to say that, Mom. All right.
True.
All right.
All right, you guys ready? We'll do the
You
best
ready?
we can. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3. Good job. Thank
All
you,
right,
Emery
that's
and
cute.
Bailey.
That came out very nice, Emery. You're good. You do good work.
Yes.
All right, thank you, and I wish you
Merry
all a very
Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
And thank you for joining us today. It was fun having you on the show. And I enjoyed seeing you all. Yes, I do. So be good. I love you.
Bye, guys. All right. So that was our meet and greet. We got to meet 3 different families today, Santa.
Wow, yeah. I think that's an all-time record.
It definitely is. But I like that. I like having the bulk of the show
Yeah.
have, kids in it and sing what
Well,
they
you know
like
me.
doing.
I love children. and I
course.
love to visit with them,
Yeah.
whether it's Christmas, before Christmas, or even after Christmas.
Right.
I mean, I've had a few times where I've been out on the beach just sunning myself, getting a little tan with Mrs. C out there, and I'll run across some of the children, and they'll look at me and they go, "Santa?
Is that
What
Santa?
are you
Yeah.
doing out here?" And so we'll sit down and chat, and it's always a lot of fun. I do enjoy children quite a bit.
Yeah. Well, you probably catch them off guard because they're used to you being in your Santa suit with your bag of
Oh, I
toys.
know.
If you're on
Yeah,
the
I'm
beach, they're
always
like,
I'm
"Who's that?"
I'm always sneaking around. I'll see some of them, and I'll be walking into a store or something, and they'll be in their, what do you call those little cages that the mom wheels them around in,
Oh,
carts or
strollers?
something. Like
Strollers, maybe?
stroller,
Those little things you put
stroller or
kids
cart,
in. Yeah.
and yeah, and they'll look at me and they'll take a double take, and I'll smile at them, and even nowadays when I have to wear a mask when I go below the Arctic Circle,
Yeah.
some of them still recognize me. I think my beard comes out
Oh,
below the
yeah.
mask. It
Maybe
doesn't. The
six
mask
under the mask.
mask does not cover everything.
That's
You
true.
know.
Very true. All right, Santa. Well, that was super fun. We're going to move on to our next segment, which is holiday treats.
Yum, yum, it tastes so sweet. We love our holiday treats.
Okay, so Santa, today we are making a super fun holiday treat. I don't know what's better, actually making the treat or eating the treat. You guys are going to have to
Mm.
tell me at the end of this. After we tell you a little bit more about our treat today, you tell me what you think would be more fun. You can tell us in the comments below. All right, Santa, here is our treat for today. We are making cone Christmas trees. And I don't know if you can tell there, but the Christmas tree is actually an ice cream cone, the actual cone
Oh,
part.
wow!
Yeah.
Wow!
And so obviously you can decorate it up. You can make it look very different, just depending on what you've got, different kind of decorations that you want to put on your tree. So let's go ahead and break this down. And first we like to start with our ingredients, so you guys know what's involved. And this is pretty easy, okay? The ingredients for this, you do need the sugar cones, because boys and girls, there's two different types of cones. Actually, there's probably more than two now, because they got cones that are dipped and a whole bunch of stuff. But there's usually two different kinds of cones you can choose between: a sugar cone and then a regular cone. So you definitely want the sugar cone, because that's going to be pointy, at the top to make the Christmas tree, make it really look like a Christmas tree. So you do need the sugar kind. And then you need some white frosting. It's important that it's white because we're going to use yellow and blue food coloring to create that green color. Now, if you can find food coloring that's already green, you can just use that. But most times you're going to get like a combination of red, yellow, and blue, and then you can mix the different colors to get whatever color you want. So if you only have yellow and blue, then you're going to mix those two together to get green. You need some M&Ms, and the mini M&Ms works really good. You can also use the bigger M&Ms. Just keep in mind that the bigger M&Ms are going to take up more of your tree. So you're probably not going to be able to put as many M&Ms on your tree. And then you need sprinkles. So it could be regular sprinkles. They have all sorts of sprinkles out there now. They have ones that are shaped like little stars. You can do anything you
Yeah.
want. Yeah. We're going to show you that in just a second in our little video. But
Oh, okay.
they've got
I'm excited.
everything. You've got everything at the store. So let's go through. I like to break this down in 3 steps, make it nice and simple for you guys. So here's the first step. You are going to take your icing, right, the white icing, and you are going to add the food coloring to your icing. Now, this is probably something you want mom and dad or grandma and grandpa to do for you, okay? Because you need just a dab of the blue, and you actually need more yellow than the blue, okay? Because it gets dark really, really quick. But you need to make the icing green. Okay, so that's step 1. Step 2 is to actually take your icing and cover your sugar cone. So you see one of our little elves there. That's Ainsley the elf. She is covering her cone, making it all green. And what the icing does is it actually makes it a little sticky. So that way you can do step 3, which is to decorate by putting the sprinkles on. You can see, there's even some little beaded I don't know what you call that. It's like frosting or like decorations that you would put on cookies, right? Anything that you would put on a cookie would be great to put on a Christmas tree. So then you just
Chocolate
decorate it.
chips.
Ooh, chocolate chips might work. I mean, don't usually put chocolate chips on a tree, but like the M&Ms are supposed to look like lights on a tree or perhaps ornaments on a tree.
Okay. I see what you're talking about. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then the little
Well,
stars, little ornaments. But you can do whatever you want, right? There's no rules here. But you just decorate it. And then I would wait a little bit because you want the icing to kind of set, and then you eat it. And it is very sugary, Mom and Dad. It's very sugary. So keep that in mind. But our little elves did put together some cones for you. And let's check it out. Let's see how they made this holiday treat. Here we go. Of course, that's the best part, is eating it at the end, right, Santa?
oh, yes.
So that's our holiday treat. Like I said, real easy to put together. You just need to have a few ingredients, not too much. It's probably a lot of stuff you already have, in your pantry. And you might have to get some, I don't know, the cones. You might not have the cones. You might have to get those. But really fun. And you can actually, if you wanted to get crazy, I've seen people cover the whole thing in chocolate. I've seen people, instead of the green frosting, you can throw like a bunch of the sprinkly, kind of the edible sprinkle stuff on there and just make it you can make it whatever color you wanted to. So we were going with the traditional Christmas tree color, which is green, of course. But if you wanted to make it red, you can make it red. I mean, it could be really pretty, right? You could have a tree blue would be really pretty. So the tree's blue, and then maybe all of the decorations are white and silver, right?
Mm-hmm.
That you put on it. So
right.
Endless supply of options, right? For doing that. Okay, Santa, are you ready? It is time for story time.
Turn the pages,
I look
1, 2,
forward to
3. Story time for you and me.
Story time for you and me. It's very, very catchy. Very catchy.
Yeah, Urbie does such a good job of reading these stories.
That's right. That's a good lead in, because Urbie the Elf is our elf that typically does story time with us. We have had some guests read stories on the show, but usually it's Urbie the Elf. He does a great job. And this is the book that Urbie is going to tell you guys more about today. It is called A Cran's Christmas. And I have to tell you, Santa, this is such a cool book. As I mentioned earlier in the show, it's not a regular book where you would just turn the pages and read it from beginning to end. I mean, you do that, okay? But throughout the book, it has different things that you can open. It's got little pockets, or maybe there's a card. You can see that little sticker on the book says there's a pop-up poster, there's surprises, and it all ties into the story. So it really makes you engaged in the story. It's like, if a crayon sends another crayon a package, it's like you're opening the package. It's really, really cool. And Urbie does a really good job of showing us a little bit more about this book. So without further ado, hey, Urbie, thank you so much for joining us today.
Hi guys, today I'm going to be reading The Cran's Christmas by Drew Daywell. And the pictures are by Alfred Teflers. The Crayons' Christmas. On one snowy December day, Duncan was making Christmas cards with his crayons when the mail carrier brought a letter. Only it wasn't for him, for Mom and Dad, to Peach Crayon. April 4th, crayon box, Duncan's room, on the bookshelf, next to weird pen holder. And the special thing about this book is that it also has, like, you can take these things out, and I think these are stickers. Christmas greetings from Florida. And there's the mom and the dad. His crayon spent the day playing in the snow. Yay, clothes. I don't care what you think. I think the snowman should be a banana. Feeling snowed out, but suddenly very Christmassy, the crayons headed inside to warm up and get out the decorations. Christmas stuff. Oh, and there's also even more stickers. You know I'm candy, right, Duncan? And you know you're supposed to eat candy, right? Because last time I checked, people didn't hang candy on the tree. 10 years in a row. I'm older than you are, kiddo. Now will someone please eat me and end this madness? At last, I was in there a whole year. The next day, as Duncan and the crayons decorated the house, they heard a knock on the door. Ooh, look at me, I'm a stocking. Oh, brother, I wish I had melted to underwear instead. It was the mail carrier with another letter. This one was addressed to Beach Crayon. Beach Senior Crayon. Pennsylvania. Oh, Pennsylvania, like a pencil. Beach Crayon. The crayon box top of the bookshelf. Duncan's room. Is there anything here? Oh, there's a small note. Let's just put it in here so no one ever knew we took the letter out. And you know what? The next day they made BG's dad world famous tub gluten-free Christmas cookies and hot cocoa. Just as they set up the cookies and cocoa, another letter came in the mail. This one was from Gray Crayon, who was away visiting his family. Gray Crayon, Graceland, Tennessee. Duncan's crayons, the crayon for wherever Duncan left it. Whoa, he got some interesting mail. Oh, look at this card. It's Hanukkah. Okay, no one's here. Okay. Oh man, you won again. I don't know how you do it. A work of art, a triumph, a masterpiece, my greatest work yet. After such a great present from Gray, the crayons remembered they had some presents of their own to wrap. Deck the halls with lots of crayons, la 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 la. With the presents all wrapped, it was time to go caroling. Oh, they just did. Just as the crayons came home from caroling, the mail carrier delivered a big package from Chunky Toddler Crayon. Ooh, I ordered this Christmas gift online. That's how it works, right? You order gifts for yourself. It's not, oh sorry, well, the good news is that we can all play with it. Open it and see. Non-priority shipping. Shipping address, Chunky Toddler Crayon. Act 1. Crayon box, Duncan's room on the bookshelf. Notes. Next to weird pen holder. Oh, there's more mail. A lot of mail. Maybe this is, oh, it's this big thing. The Great Crayon Holiday Race. Ooh, and maybe if you get this book, you can actually play this game. Hopefully Santa doesn't find out. Finally, it was Christmas Eve, time for the big Christmas play. After the play, at the end of the night, where there was a package waiting for them at the front door from the North Pole. But it wasn't from Santa, from Esteban, the magnificent neon red suit, to Duncan and everyone back home. It's a reindeer delivery. Alright, I think this might be the last mail. Is there anything? Alright, we got this mail. Whoa. Whoa. It's the crayon country. Our world tour, North America, the Sydney Ocean. It shows all of these. Duncan was happy that his crayons received such wonderful gifts, as all he had were letters from Grey Esteban and Neon Red saying they wouldn't be home for Christmas. That made him sad, and no one in the world noticed or cared. Whoa. I love not being naked. Merry Christmas, you old Bailey sings along. It's a Christmas miracle. God bless us, everyone. Whoa. They folded this really well. Except for the crayons, in this season of giving, they decided to give back to the boy who had always given them love, respect, and even a home. Yay, finally. And that's the end. But also there's these small pages with all these crayons and candy. And there's the back tile of the crayons doing their decorations. And that's it, guys. Bye.
How cute is that, Santa?
It was
Did
nice.
you see?
Urbie does such a good job.
I have, it's kind of hard for me to show you guys, but I have that book here. And like I said, what I love about it is it has these like envelopes because the crayons are sending each other gifts, right? And so you get to take out of like, this is a package. It's hard to see, but you get to take it out and see all the cool things that the crayons in the book are actually sending to each other. So this book is just a ton of fun. And so when I found it, I said, Urbie, you have to check out this book. This is so cute. And again, it's called The Crayons Christmas. So it's a good one to check out, boys and girls. I'll put some more stuff up like on our Facebook page and up on our website. So if you guys want to check that out. And then the video of Urbie telling that whole story, if you want to hear that story again, I'll put that video up on YouTube so you guys can watch it again. All right, Santa, we're actually a little bit over on time today. We sometimes, usually about 45 minutes is the length of the show. We're now a little bit over an hour. So let's go ahead and wrap this up. We did a lot of fun stuff today, boys and girls. We had Santa mail. You guys had some great questions. And I shared with you my favorite cereal, right? The Elf on the Shelf cereal. We did some elf cam where we saw what your crazy elves are up to and what they're doing in your homes. We had meet and greet where we met a bunch of boys and girls from all over the country. That's probably our favorite part of the show. And then we made a holiday treat, the cone Christmas tree. And then we just had story time with Urbie for the crayons Christmas. That was a lot to get through, but it was a lot of fun today. Right, Santa?
That's right. It was a lot. I enjoyed seeing the children, talking to them.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. Well, I want to remind you guys before we wrap things up here about how you can watch Christmasful. I don't want you guys to miss a single episode. I mentioned this earlier. I'll mention it one more time, but you can get reminders on Facebook. At least your parents have. I'm sure they're the ones that have the accounts, so they can get a reminder so you never miss an episode of Christmasful. But if you do, you can also subscribe to episodes and all the separate videos that we put out too, because we have other videos that we put out as well that aren't part of our show. And so all of that is available on our YouTube channel. So you can subscribe to that and learn more about Christmasful and what we're up to. And then, of course, we have our podcast called Millennial Santa. So it is a different name than our show here. So you want to look up Millennial Santa. And we are on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, pretty much any podcast provider out there that you guys listen to podcasts on. You can find our show. Make sure you subscribe. And then you can also track us online. We're on Facebook at Christmasful, Instagram at Christmasfully, and Twitter at Christmasful. All right, Santa, you want to send us out today?
Oh, I would love to. Please, everyone, keep the spirit of Christmas in your hearts throughout the year and have a very, very Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, boys and girls. We will see you back here on Monday. See you then.
Tick tock, it's time to count down to Christmas.